Hello. All right, welcome back, Sunshine Community, for another bingo match between Zale and May. This is Golden Devil, and I've got Ramato here with me.
Yo, yeah, we got
And I,
a pretty exciting match here. Uh, Zale versus May. They are exactly even in points, so it should be a really even and good match.
yeah, and both of them are looking for their first win. Um, so one of them will get it. It's a regular lockout match, so first to 13 wins. No special fancy rules. Um,
Yeah, in one way it's pretty simple, but also there isn't really anything to look at start other than the goals, so there isn't really any easy direction like with the other formats. So in some sense it's easier, but it can also be really difficult to find out.
yeah, and I think Zale is maybe a little more experienced in bingo in terms of having played bingo in the past. May is a little more new to it, but they're both around the same speed. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know who would necessarily be favored this match.
Yeah, I think it will mostly come down to routing.
And it looks like we've got a card, so take a look and see.
I'm seeing a good amount of Pianta as per usual. Pianta 3 damage less, 7 bluebirds, Pianta Shadow Mario, 9 pipes, 6 from 2. Yeah, that's a good bit.
Yeah, not surprising that Pianta's strong, although we've had a few cards today that haven't been so bad. Uh, I see a few blue coin goals for levels. You've got 16 Pinna, 15 Bianco, 9 in Serena. Uh, in terms of Pinna, there's also 7 Pinna Beach Blues and Ride Yoshi in 2 Worlds. Uh, so there's a little value in Pinna as well.
I am most concerned with the
Yeah,
well-being of
I
the
think
princess in this
the
dreadful
totals
ordeal.
and the Pina
Master
Blues
Guard,
are pretty
if you would,
strong, and maybe
pass
the
over to
M
that
Blues,
shore
but
and find some assistance.
maybe the 15 Bianco and 9 Siren are not as strong.
Yeah, and 45 totals is doable relatively early in the game. And that might stop your opponent from going for 70. Um,
Yeah, it can be a good thing to claim first to get a lot of goals locked up.
yeah, and I think there's 6 shines from 2 worlds with 9 Delfinos, which definitely goes well together, although it doesn't go so well with 2 shines from 5. Um,
Yeah, it's pretty interesting. 6 from 2 on these pads has been Pianta to Pina a lot, so I was expecting Delfino to Pina to be pretty viable, but I haven't seen it once yet.
yeah, Serena does seem to have some value on this card with Serena 4 hidden, uh, which gets you 6 of the 9 pipes you need and 9 Serena blues. Plus, it's got secrets for 5 secret shines and 7 shines and secrets, so it does seem a little stronger than usual.
Yeah, it could be a good Pianta counter, though. Yeah, I think it can work since the Pianta person probably doesn't finish the pipes right away, but in Cyrano there is more incentive to do the pipes early. So yeah, I can see it working.
How would you start this card? You're playing it.
Mm, I guess the other option is just going to Pianta, and yeah, maybe usually Cyrano doesn't feel like a great start, but I guess maybe Bianco just for the blues and rockets and secret setup, and
Yeah, and you
maybe
could get the turbo and Bianco 4.
yeah, maybe you try and combine blues and Bianco Tirico and then do the Cyrano to counter the Pianta. Maybe that could work.
Yeah, and 45 totals is doable relatively early in the game. And that might stop the other stop your opponent from going for 70. Yeah, and you could get the turbo and Bianco 4. Yeah,
Yeah, maybe that could work.
Yeah, and Rico, there's some value with 17 M graffitis, but there's not a lot of value beyond that. Um, Gelato, you're gonna go in for the bluebirds, but and maybe Gelato 1, but it doesn't seem like Rico and Gelato have a ton of value on this card.
Yeah, they aren't the greatest alone, but there's always the 2 from 5 and 3 from 4 and the secret, so every world has a bit of value. Oh, and there's also 2 from 7, so yeah, I think low commitment to worlds instead of Pianda might actually be the way to go on this card.
Yeah, I'm just looking again. There's not really any Noki specific goal, so I don't think anyone's going to be rushing to get there. But Pinna definitely has some value, and whoever gets there first is going to have a solid lead to the 2 Pinna Blue goals and um, Ride Yoshi in 2 worlds.
Yeah, getting to Pina first is nice, and after that there isn't really much until 26 shines.
Shine scholars have determined that this darkness has arisen because all
yeah, so it'll be interesting to see if they both start Pianta or if there's a split play. Because it does seem like Pianta is the best start on the card. But
Yeah,
it's going to be a split, one person's going to win Pianta 3 damage lists, and you'll get some progress for some other things, but if you lose that goal, you're definitely set back in terms of, getting 2 or 3 shines from other levels and, progression, things like secrets. Um,
yeah, losing to Pianta 3 isn't the worst because of the 2 from 5, 2 from 7 and 3 from 4, but you'd always rather be getting progress to other goals as well and not just those. So, not the worst, but still some value.
yeah, I'm looking at that Rico and Bianco 100 coin shines, and neither of them, really, I guess there's some reason to go to Bianco 3, so to do Bianco 2 and open up Bianco 3, so you could do Bianco 103 later. But Rico, there's not much of a reason to go too far into it. So, I imagine we'd see the Rico 100 in 1 if someone's going to do it, unless
Yeah,
unless they go to 4 to try and get the secret open.
yeah, I think it will be interesting to see if the players stop for the 100 since it's an extra goal, but you also risk losing the 2 from 5 and 2 from 7 since they take a while.
Yeah, neither of those goals are. There's not 200 coin shines. There's not hundreds in a boss, hundreds in a secret. So there's not a lot of synergy with those goals. I imagine
Yeah,
if we see them, it's probably going to be late in the game.
I think the one thing that could make Rico hundreds really nice is that you actually get a lot of boost during the hundreds, and it's also the slow ones, so you still have the fast Rico blues left, so it can be really nice for the blue totals.
Yeah, and we see Zale going for Pianta start. May is opening up Bianco.
Yeah, I think this is the more interesting way for the match to start out, so we get to see which way is better for the Pianta or the low commitment route.
Yeah, and doing Bianco 2 and 3 is not the worst idea because you get a secret, you get a shine in a secret, and then you can get to Rico. You can also get some M's in Bianco.
Yeah, and you could also maybe later on come back for the uh, Piango Bluebird if the Pianta person doesn't go deep into Pianta right away. That could be another Pianta counter.
Yeah, and you can do 15 in Bianco in 3, so doing the PD fight opens that up as well.
Yeah, that's definitely a nice start for your blue totals. Zale getting the bad RNG, but handling it pretty well. Not a big time loss.
Looks like Zale is going to grab a few blues here in Pianta. Wisely getting the chomps first so that they're a little easier to kill.
Yeah, I think doing the jumps first is fine. If you run 20 signs, there's a way to do like the first 2 jumps, then you go for the Am Blue and the 2 River Blues, and then you go for the jump. But actually in this case, since Zale got the bad RNG, it could have ended really badly. So
Yeah,
playing
and
it
I
safe.
think Zale was just getting M's for 17, so...
Yeah, not even bothering for the River Blues. Yeah, I guess he's racing for the Piano 3, so they would be racing for the Piano 3, so yeah, it's smart to not waste too much time.
Yeah, and Zale is slightly faster than May, at least on any percent.
Yeah, and Piano 3, I guess the damage less is the main time loss, so I guess being on knowledge also kind of comes into play, but Piano 1 is an any person's sign, so kind of get a mix of both skills.
Yeah, but Zale, you know, if Zale were in a race, getting these M's would set him back, but 17 M's is a relatively easy early goal to get, so it's not the worst idea to get a few here. Especially if you grab some of the M's under the Goop and Pianta 3, then you can finish this off in Rico 1 and Delfino, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, Piano 3 is a big help for that, so you don't have to visit an extra world for it. So kind
You
of,
just have to be careful to not take damage.
yeah, most people get tripped by that at some point.
Yeah, whether it's fall damage or the Goop or Pyro Chicken killing you.
Yeah, I think usually people try to hover to stop from taking damage, but that doesn't work. You have to do it once to learn.
So I expect May is going to go back into Bianco and get Bianco 3. And Zale's going to get Pianta 3 damageless, and then we'll see where the two of them go.
Yeah, May's gonna get some extra info to decide his next move, and Zale is still gonna have to play blind, not having any idea where May is.
Yeah, it does look like May is maybe going for blues here.
Yeah, that's a pretty good start. Zale going for
Tails.
the river strats. We'll see if he picks up the blues.
They're not too far out of your way.
Yeah, if you go for the river, they are definitely there.
Yeah, so Zale will get some info when May clicks 15 Bianco blues. But Zale will probably click Pianta 3 damageless first, and so, you know, maybe May can consider delaying that a little bit and hiding some of the information.
Yeah, that's a pretty free, like 3-minute delay, if not even more, since they're the Bianco analog, and then Bianco T, which is a really slow shine.
Zale is going to have to be very careful here. Spraying the Goomies. But it looks like he will get this click.
Yes, Zale has a lot of niche knowledge about the game, so makes sense that he didn't get tripped by the damage.
Yeah, I know Zale runs some somewhat obscure category extensions.
Yeah, like sprayless, and does he do like the max percent stuff as well. Yeah, some of those. Oh, Zale leaving Pianga. But yeah, stopping for the ambush. Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah, Zale's gonna get the M's and then probably try and get to Rico and finish off 17 there.
Yeah, Pianta doesn't really have value until way later on, so you don't really want to go that deep early on.
Yeah, I think clicking Pianta 3 damageless if May wasn't Pianta is gonna get them out, and if May wasn't in Pianta, we'll probably keep May from going in there for a while.
Yeah, it's really risky to try to steal those goals.
Yeah, it's a big time commitment to try and get Bluebird in Pianta 8.
Yeah. Looks like May is delaying the Bianca 15. That's nice to see.
Yeah, and May can delay this for a while to hide where they are, because there's no way Zale can get Bianco 15 for another few minutes.
Oh, clicking it now. Yeah, I guess they just got a bit scared. Yeah, it's fine. It's not the biggest of deals to click it like a minute early. Rather do that than lose it at least.
Yeah, as we saw last match, you can over delay and really lose out badly.
Yeah, you really have to know what you are doing.
Yeah, and I'm not an experienced bingo player, but I remember people saying, last season that Division 3 players should be very careful with delays.
Yeah, it's definitely a big risk that you don't wanna take unless you can afford losing the goal.
Looks like
Sometimes.
May is going for the rocket. I don't know if May knows the clip to get the turbo, but if they do, that wouldn't be the worst thing to grab either. And that looks like where they're headed.
Yeah, hopefully they know the setup for it as well. I think we've seen a few cases of knowing it, and it can be a really damaging to miss it and really set you behind on your route if you have to re-enter or give up on it and not get the goal. Using the lily pad strats, that's pretty interesting. Definitely
Yeah, I don't know
not.
if I've seen this, but
Yeah, I don't think it's optimal, but looks cool and not too slow still.
yeah, I'm kind of surprised Zale is opening gelato before Rico.
Yeah, I would have rather seen the Rico for the Blues, but well. And May actually saved the game there, so I think they should know the setup for the turbo if they know that soft lock exists. That's pretty
Yeah.
niche info that you'd have to have seen a lot of bingo games to know that it even exists. I've only seen it like twice.
Yeah, I've only seen the soft lock once, but
Yeah,
I think
it
it's
happened.
mentioned enough on commentary that people know to save before you go for it. But looks like
Oh no. Yeah,
hopefully
so
maybe that it's better to wait for the box to respawn.
yeah, looks
Than
like
to
they know. Yeah, you can actually prevent that if you ground pound right before hitting the ground, but they were pretty close to not clipping in, so it's fair to not have the not do the ground pound since you aren't really sure if you are in. Yeah, that's a pretty unfortunate time loss, but at least they are backing it up properly.
Yeah, and I think avoiding the soft lock is also obviously important. We see Zale prioritizing these M's. So
Yeah, I
Zale's going to
think.
have the Shine lead, the Blues lead. Unfortunately, that is a little bit of a costly time loss for
Oh
May.
no.
And
Yeah, I don't think May held forward. They were in the right spot, but yeah, just didn't hold forward, so the turbo went over Mario.
yeah,
Unfortunate.
that's really unfortunate.
Yeah, it's definitely starting to snowball here. I guess I cursed it by mentioning it. That's my fault.
I think Zale's not going to get 23 blues, but Zale's going to get pretty close to 45 just by collecting some of the fast blues plus all the M's. So, um,
Yeah, May is gonna have to make some bold calls to make up for the progress deficit.
yeah, I think. I mean, May is down. Oh,
Oh,
oh
oh,
no.
was it maybe the jump this time that I think you just need to jump once and then hold forward, but they did like 2 small jumps, so when Mario was down, the turbo nozzle went past the point that you'd usually grab it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's just really unfortunate.
I think at this point it would be optimal to just leave this goal and bang on getting later on, since at this point you are falling way too far behind in progress, but it can be pretty tilting and you really don't want to just waste all this time and not get the goal, so it's fair to stay here.
Yeah, it's a hard position to be in. Um,
Yeah, definitely not how you want to start a match.
yeah, so Zale skipped the far out platform M. Um, I'm trying to think. I guess with the Delfino M's, did Zale need to get that one for 17?
Uh, I think if we got all the other ones, it's fine, since you are supposed to be one short, but Piano 3 has 2, so you actually go one over. So yeah, I guess you can skip one if you get all the others. But Sale might not have all the Delfino ones still, if he didn't click it yet. May going back again, I guess for the 3 from 4 shines in secret. Or
Bianca
oh,
100.
yeah, that's an interesting call.
Yeah,
And
unfortunately, I think for May, this is going to set them back.
yeah, it's a
They're,
really slow sign for low progress. It's a bit rough.
yeah, and they're really going to give up any shot of winning to Pinna, which um, is a big setback here.
Yeah, I think they would want to grab blues right now and hope that Sale doesn't rush it too hard and they can still get it. That will probably be the best way to play with the Bianco hundreds. So far going past the village blues, so yeah, that's a bit rough, but I guess at least they have a good amount of time to maybe think of their next move during the hundreds. So it's kind of like a fruit lady play where you do fruit ladies and just think of your next move, but this is even slower than that, so not the greatest still.
Yeah, I mean,
And
I imagine we're going to see Zale head to Pinna right after this.
yeah, just a blue trade away, and there's some good boost value. Gonna get the Pina 16, 45 Toros, and maybe the Beach Blues combined with it. And I guess the graffitis if Sale missed one earlier somewhere.
Yeah, I don't know if that Zale has 17 M's yet, but I was not keeping in close count. But it
Yeah,
looks like Zale is going trying to get 3 from 4 progress here. And,
Yeah, that's
Rico
fair.
3 is such a fast shine that it's not a bad commitment.
Yeah, I wonder if they are greeding for the 3 more shines to Pina, or if it's just this one shine and then trading the Pina. I guess May showed the turbo nozzle, which is a bit of a time loss, but I still wouldn't maybe do 3 more shines. That's a bit of an overkill on the greed. Though I think it will work out since May missed the turbo and is doing the hundreds, but Zale doesn't know that.
Yeah, I think all Zale really knows is that May has gone to Bianco 4. Zale and that May has some blues. Zale doesn't really know. Zale might think they're in a race for 45 blues. They might think it's a close race for Pinna.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
I don't think you can read that. I don't think there's any way to read that May lost 3 minutes on the turbo.
Yeah, not really. Oh, nice Zale going for the Pina trade. I'm a bit interested why he did the Riga 3 right now, since I don't think they are close to 3 for 4. So I think it was just 1 minute delay on the Pina entry for no reason, but not a big deal since Riga 3 is so fast.
Yeah, and Zale did get some blues, and it does open up a secret later for 5 secrets and 7 shines and secrets. So,
Oh damn, Zale was going for a jelly skip and honey skip. That's pretty impressive at his PB level. Maybe Zale doesn't focus on any percent, so maybe he might be more skilled than his any percent PB shows.
yeah, and Zale now has a lot of information about what May's been doing, and May really doesn't have any information, but also May is, just can't
Yeah,
really contest. Pinna doesn't have a lot of progression for 2 from 5 or 3 from 4 or 2 from 7.
Yeah, as long as Zale doesn't get intimidated by all the clicks, he should know that he's in a really good position now.
Yeah, I think the tough thing for Zale is, Zale doesn't know if May has gone and done any gelato shines in the middle of this and Rico shines.
Yeah, there's definitely still some mystery because of the failed turbo attempts, but I think even seeing the one turbo nozzle and Bianco hundreds is enough to make Zale feel confident about his role.
Yeah, and Zale should certainly finish off 17 M's here in a
Yeah.
one in the car. There are, 3 M's?
Yeah,
I don't think
Zale is. Zale is.
Zale skipped that many.
Yeah, definitely not. I've seen him focus them quite a bit. Probably just missed like one somewhere and then skipped the one Rico and blue, and that was too much. But yeah, Zale is gonna get a lot of clicks here, like 4 blue going goals, and I guess past that, Pina doesn't have that much value, just the right Yoshin 2 euros. So maybe you even just do the Pina 2 or maybe Pina 3 and then dip for a bit.
Yeah,
Focus on the 2 from 5s, 2 from 7, 3 from 4.
yeah, and Zale definitely has their eyes on 7 bluebirds later. Got a little trolled by that bird, but managed to get the blue.
Yeah, it's nice to have it for the future, even if it's not relevant for another 30 minutes. You don't wanna come back to Pina, it's a big time waste. May is starting to work on the blues, but unfortunately the turbo misses are really costing the blue totals race. I think it would be pretty close had May gotten it first try, or maybe even just delayed the hundreds a bit and gone for the blues first. Unfortunately, not the case, so it's
Yeah,
gonna look a bit rough.
that 3-minute time loss is just a lot to try and overcome.
Yeah,
and
for sure.
Zale's about to get 45 blues here. Clicks it. And that's 12 of the 16 pinup blues.
Yeah, could even finish the rest in Pinati, but maybe he doesn't have enough info on May. At 29 minutes, May could be in Pina. Had they done some fast signs after the slow stop. So
Yeah, I mean,
finishing.
Zale has no idea where May is right now. Yeah, May could be in Pina.
Yeah,
For all
finishing
Zale
the
knows.
finishing the 16 is safe here, and you still need blues for 17, so it's a fine goal. Maybe even the best goal here. So I wonder what May should be doing to try to come back here. The blues are definitely looking rough now. There isn't really anything but the 70, but I don't think
May
May
is trying for 17 M's, but that is a really unfortunate fall.
Oh, yeah, you hate to see it. I wonder if Zale has forgotten the 17M blues, since I assume Zale should have it by now. Or maybe just forgetting to click it. So that could be May's opening for the comeback.
Yeah, May is not even going back for that blue now. That's Zale now has all 16 pinup blues. And looks like Zale's delaying it a little bit. I think Zale maybe forgot about 17M graffiti.
Yeah, that's unfortunate, but at least it might make the match closer, so not the worst. May finishing the Rico 1 shine, only at 5 shines, it's pretty rough.
Yeah, even though May has one more goal, May is in a little bit of a tough spot just because unfortunately May just doesn't have the progress in any world. May has 4 shines in Bianco, or 3 shines in Bianco, 1 in Rico.
Yeah, and some blues, that's it. Yeah, I think they just need to pick some set of goals and hope that Zale doesn't start out with them, since Zale is ahead to pretty much everything. So maybe May just does like the 2 from 5, 2 from 7, 3 from 4, and hopes that Zale does either more blues, or maybe goes deeper into Pianta, or maybe some Delfino signs if Zale wants the Delfino signs and 26 signs combo. I guess Zale could also be doing 6 from 2 worlds, so there's still a good amount of goals that could distract Zale from getting the goals that May wants, but being behind this much is definitely an uphill battle.
Yeah, I mean, May's biggest advantage right now is just that Zale really doesn't know a lot about what May has done. We see Zale. Zale was delaying 17M and clicked it. Zale's delaying 16 pinup blues. I assume until they get the 7 beach blues.
Yeah, those are some interesting delays. I don't know if Zale is trying to throw May off with May thinking that Zale isn't that far in the Pina, but I don't know if it has that much relevance on this card, since you don't really want to go to deep Pina this early.
Yeah, I mean, there's no reason to go past Pinafore.
Yeah, not really. I guess 6 from 2, but you still want the Pinatu Reds, and yeah, I guess maybe you just do Pinatu Reds and EYG if you want the 6 from 2 here. Zale showing some pretty good control of the bullet bills.
Yeah, getting that back basket and keeping that purple bill alive is impressive. I thought there were a few times where I thought it was going to hit.
Yeah, Zale is...
May's
Zale-
now going for the Rico 100.
Oh yeah, that's setting May back even more. I guess it works for the 2 from 5, but yeah, this point May might just be behind to it, so it's a bit worrying to see.
Yeah, I mean, at this point I don't know if May making the call to go into Serena after this would help a little bit, and even just surprising Zale, maybe trying to take some value out of Pianta with pipes, but
Yeah, May could just give up on the 2 from 5, 2 from 7 dream and go for the Pianta counters with 9 pipes with Sirena and Bianca 6 Bluebird. Maybe doing the 6 from 2 instead, having Zale go for the 2 from 5, 2 from 7. That would give May some free goals.
yeah, and May, I mean, if May had gone for Rico 3 instead of the 100, it's possible that they could have won 3 from 4. Potentially go and get 3 quick shines in Gelato.
Yeah, that would
and
be
go into
great
another
for the...
world.
Yeah. I guess at least May has the secrets advantage with Bianco, since you have to go kind of deep in Pianta to get any secrets value, so May does have some good openings for secrets and shines in secrets, so 3 from 4 with Gelato and Sirena would get May to, I think, 6 shines from secrets. I actually kind of wish that May did the Bianco 100s in a secret, so that way they could have gone 7 shines in a secret without Rico 4. That would have been pretty smart, but it's hard to think of it when you have 1 shine in a secret and the goal is 7.
Yeah, I mean, especially at that point, too, May had just been struggling with the turbo unlock, and so I'm sure they were a little flustered.
Yeah, it's hard to make the really sick calls right after having such a tilting mistake. It's definitely understandable. Oh, Zale
going for
continuing in Pino.
4 3 from 4.
Yeah, gonna be interesting to see what level Zale finishes the 3 from 4 with. I guess Zale could even go to Cyrano himself, maybe, since there's only the 26 signs with shine progress left, so it's not that costly to go to Cyrano anymore, and I think that would really shut down May with like no options for any goals if Zale takes Cyrano.
Yeah, I think if Zale unlocks Yoshi and goes to Serena, that really closes out May from being able to do much, because that'll get 9 pipes, that'll get Serena Blues, Serena 4, more secrets. And Zale was delaying Panda Beach Blues too.
Yeah, Zale is definitely showing up today, having a really good route so far, and even if May hadn't done the big mistakes, I think Zale would still be in a really good position. So yeah, even though the score is 5-5, Zale is looking to be in a really dominant position.
Now looks like May is heading to Gelato now. Hopefully they'll get the quick 3 shines here. And the 2 shines in the secret. Yeah, I think 3 from 4 is a goal that May has to win to have a shot here.
Yeah, basically, it's gonna be
I
rough
think-
without that one.
Yeah, I mean, I think 3 from 4, 5 secrets, and the Serena goals are really their path. So I don't think they're going to be able to contest 2 from 5 or 2 from 7. And they're not contesting any blues.
So let's see if Zale got all of the Sirena goals, secrets goals, and 3 from 4, and the pipes. That would put May at 2, 4, 6 more goals, I think. So then May would be at 11. So May would still need to steal 2 more goals. So maybe the 7 Bluebird is the 12th, but the 13th goal would still be a bit rough. But yeah, definitely not completely over yet, but May has to basically snipe Zale the goals left.
Zale now is going to pin it to ride Yoshi. And then
Yeah, I would have maybe liked to see the Peanut ride Yoshi so Zale could get the shine in a secret, but maybe just doesn't even want to bother with that goal. Focus on the important stuff.
yeah, and I think now it'll be interesting to see what Zale does because, I think if Zale goes back to Pianta, that does create somewhat of an opening for May to try and get some goals. Whereas if Zale goes to, Gelato or Serena, that's gonna put much more of a crunch because Zale's at 3 from 3 now, 2 from 3.
Yeah, I think Sirena would definitely end the game. I think Pianta is still fine for Zale, since May hasn't been working on the Pianta counter, so at this point Zale would be ahead to the pipes and ahead to the Bluebirds, so Pianta would also be fine. And maybe the Gelato or Bianco is a bit weaker option for Zale, but at this point, with how well Zale is set up, there isn't really many terrible options. But
Looks
still
like
is...
Zale's waiting to get the Bluebird Yoshi.
Oh yeah, that's true. I was just assuming that Zale was thinking of his options with all the worlds he could go to. Yeah, just wants to get the
Zale
Bluebird,
going into
get the
Serena
Sirena.
now.
Yeah, it's been a really solid route by Zale, and I think this is gonna close it out really nicely.
Yeah, because this will get Zale 9 Serena Blues, 2 more secrets.
Yeah, also the 2 from 5, 3 from 4, Sirena 4 hidden, pipes. Doesn't even need the Sirena 4 hidden for the pipes maybe, since they already have 3 pipes.
Yeah, I don't think May, well, especially now May went into Gelato 2. I don't think May is going to be able to get 3 from 4 either.
Yeah, I wonder if that's a misclick. I don't see any value for Gelato 2. Yeah, at least there's the hidden to back it up, so doesn't have to exit area. So just a... Oh...
No, but
or...
I think May already got the hidden.
Oh... So just in the Gelato 2, I guess 3 from 4 is the only value, I think? Unless May seeing something that I'm not seeing.
Yeah, I don't think I see anything other than 3 from 4.
Yeah, I guess if you do the exit area, the difference with Gelato 100s and Gelato 2 isn't that big, but you really need the signs and secrets to win, so a bit unfortunate. At least making quick work of the Plancellos, so that's a small win. So there's still the hardest mirror left. We've seen a lot of people have trouble with it, so we'll see if May can show better performance here.
Yeah, getting this mirror is tough.
Yeah, you have to like get the Plancellos really close to each other, and then you also need to wait for the mirror to flip so the Plancellos are on the below Mario. So, oh yeah, that's a really nice second mirror. So there's some good takeaways at least for me, even if the Turbo Nozzle mess up and the hundreds maybe costed the match here. Still showing some promise with the Gelato 2. That's better than some of the Bingo players.
Yeah, I've definitely seen some Division 1 level bingo players have trouble with that mirror.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, Zale, yeah, there's not a lot to say about Zale right now. Zale's just going for the 9 Serena Blues here. Zale's gonna get... I guess this is only Zale's second secret and second Shiner secret, but...
Yeah, that's gonna change pretty quick with if Zale does the Sirena 2, Sirena 4 and the hiddens, then suddenly it's like, I guess 5 signs in a secret. But also gonna get the 3 from 4. And I guess still needing one more level for the 2 from 5, so still has some work to do, but I don't see how May catches up to any of it.
Yeah, now unfortunately May is going for Serena now.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. Maybe if May switch up the order of Gelato and Sirena, it could have gone better. Then May would have gotten the 9 from Sirena, maybe had Zale not go to Sirena at all, and then May has time to finish the 3 from 4 in Gelato before going back to Sirena, but not the case
I
yet.
think we'll see if after this May realizes that they're behind in Serena. I know that there is value for the secrets, but knowing that Zale has 9 Serena Blues, I think you're pretty far behind, and you know that Zale has opened it up, so you've got to do whenever every time.
Yeah, I don't think May's gonna get the value of Sirena for hidden. I think May still has to just stay here and hope that some goals are left up, since there really isn't much else to do on the card. There's like 70 totals, 9 from Delphina and 26 signs, and pretty much everything else is Sirena. Going for the hot setup, love to see it.
Yeah, I mean, unfortunately at this point, Zale is favored for most of the gold on the card.
Yeah, would have to see some big gameplay mistakes from Zale for make it catch up.
Yeah, and I think, I'm sure May will acknowledge it, but the turbo, I think, was just really unfortunate because it set them back, and I think more than that, that probably put in some panic of, what goals do I go for? Obviously for us looking at it from our perspective, going for the hundreds at the time was a big time thing.
Yeah. it definitely makes sense that you just want to get some clicks on the board after wasting so much time that didn't work out in the long run, unfortunately. But that's something that he's gonna learn from and hopefully come up in the future weeks with a better performance.
Yeah, now, I think we see Zale going to finish off 2 from 5 in gelato. I would assume with 1R here
Yeah,
for Shines in the
that's
Secret.
some very solid progress. I guess Zale hasn't gotten any Delfino signs for the 2 from 7 yet. Or maybe like left house at most.
Yeah, I think Zale did Underbell. And that's about
Yeah.
it. But May doesn't have any Delfino Shines either.
Yeah, there isn't really much incentive on this card for the Delfino signs. Only the
May is
26
now
pounds.
going to try and contest Pianta.
Yeah, I guess it works for the pipes, but too far behind that, unfortunately. May just has to try something and hope that it works. Can't really be ahead to anything, so just have to try the stuff you are behind to. At least it's good to see that May isn't giving up.
Yeah,
Quite
and I
right.
think, I think May could get Pianta Shadow Mario. I just don't know necessarily. I think this may be more of a 2 from 5 play.
Yeah, it could be some early Pianta setup just to get that level tied up and then go for the 3 from 2 from 5, 2 from 7, and then come back for the Pianta later on. Could be like that.
Yeah, I mean, unfortunately, Zale with this is going to get 2 from 5 now.
Yeah, unfortunately, not enough for me.
Yeah, I think, I think someone said this, but I think May had a good plan to counter the Pianta start. For the turbo.
Yeah, it really just ruined all the plans. Hate to see it.
Yeah, and I didn't even realize Zale was already up to 70 blues.
Yeah, they got it kind of sneakily. I guess the Syrup Blues is like 10, but Zale was still missing like 25. I guess maybe more like 20 after Pina, so a few sneaky blues was enough.
Yeah, and Zale's with trades 24 shines. I'm kind of. Oh, there's the 2 from 5 clip. Yeah, I mean, Zale has a lot of options to close this out. Looks like going for 2 from 7, 26 shines, and then I don't know what the last goal will be, but
maybe the 9 pipes, not that far away from it, since Zale got both Pianta and Sirena signs.
yeah,
Maybe
Zale
I would
has
have.
6 pipe shines now.
Yeah, I would have maybe preferred Zale to get the beach piped up, but that's kind of nitpicking.
You wouldn't want to do that. That's toxic.
Yeah, Zale's route is really lining up now. It was 5-5 score, and Zale has scoring the last 5 goals and just gonna keep it up, finish the game. Really good showing from Zale. We'll see if Zale can take down some of the bigger names in the future weeks. Definitely a huge improvement from their last week's game, which was a bit rough with all the exit areas while getting the links. That just kind of put Zale behind in that match, but this time, no exit areas, and just everything lines up nicely.
Yeah, and Zale's gonna finish off 2 from 7 with Goldbird and Noki 1. I also get 26 shines with this. May's going back, I think, to try and get some of the secrets and some of that Serena value.
Oh, Zale actually got the 26 shines, so only 2 away now.
Yeah, I'm trying to think, like, without necessarily being toxic, you know, like if May were watching this back, what, you know, even with the turbo, what kinds of things could May have done differently? Yeah, I think
I
focusing on the hundreds maybe was just another big setback.
Yeah, I feel like May's route might have worked without the hundreds a lot better, since May was like 20 blues behind to 45, but without the hundreds, May might have won that one. And then, I guess other than that, going to Cyrano before Celaro would have helped. Then May would have gotten the 9 from Cyrano and maybe scared Sail off rest of Cyrano. So
Yeah, and I
I
think
think with
go ahead.
Yeah, I think with those, then this would be a even match. I don't know if it would still be in Zale could still be in the lead, but at least May could put up a fight and maybe snipe Zale to some last few goals to make it a win.
Yeah, I mean, I obviously this is, you know, watching from our perspective, but I feel like if May had not done Bianco 100 and had done Rico 3 instead of Rico 100, they could have gotten to Gelato and still won some of the Serena goals and still won 3 from 4.
Yeah, that's
And that would
true.
have at least made it closer. You know, I don't know necessarily if May would have won, but it certainly would have put some more pressure on Zale.
Yeah, kind of. I think doing the hundreds eventually is still fine, but a bit early.
Yeah, especially when there's no synergy for those, and they're not the fastest hundreds.
Yeah, the 2 from 5 and 3 from 4 wasn't really enough of a synergy, since it's also kind of a anti-synergy because the hundreds are so slow, so you aren't getting enough level shines in a short time span.
Yeah, and I think this was just a card that rewarded you if you got quick shines in a number of different levels.
Yeah,
2 from 5, 2 from 7, 3 from 4.
yeah, very progress favored. Not a lot of goals without any value, and unfortunately, Mail found the few, and that kind of was the downfall here outside of the turbo.
Zale is going to finish this off with Serena 4. Oh,
Oh,
it's
yeah,
another
that wasn't the.
unfortunate death.
Yeah.
And Zale has 1 life left. So Zale is taking this very safe now.
Yeah, that's the May win condition here.
Is
The
a game over.
But yeah, I think Zale deserves the win here with the really solid route, so I Hope we don't see a game over.
Yeah, I don't think anyone even likes to win with the game over.
Yeah, it's not really satisfying. You get the points, but you don't get the satisfaction.
Yeah, at this point, as long as Zale doesn't die 2 times and surround a 4 hit, and it's over.
Yeah, could even finish it with the beach pipe for the 9th pipe. Just to be a bit more efficient. But yeah, going for the 14 goal flex.
I doubt Zale's even thinking about it that way.
Yeah, probably not. That's an Embo move, not something Zale would do. At least on purpose.
Although beach pipe would only be 8 pipes.
So Zale has the 3 from Pianta, then 3 regular pipes from Sirena, that's 6. And then Sirena 4 is 2, that's 8. And then Sirena 4 Reds would be 10, I think.
Yeah, I'm miscounting.
Yeah, the double pipes are really tough to count.
Yeah.
You have to really take it slowly. Still having the slow motion fall.
Yeah, May is also taking this secret pretty safe. So.
Oh yeah, May has almost caught up in Sirena. That's interesting. I guess the deaths evened it out, but not quite enough.
Yeah, now Zale's through the hardest part of these reds, so.
Yeah, the 8 red is the only tricky one left. But even that's mostly just hovering. If you aren't trying to go fast, it's... I guess I just jinxed it, of course.
As long as Zale doesn't fall off.
Yeah, I think they should be fine. Yeah. And yeah, that's the game.
They'll click pipes instead of secret.
Yeah, not
so we'll see if they want to come in for an interview. I don't think I can drag them in. Hey, May and Zale, GG's.
Hello, GG's.
So I guess I want to start with May. Just obviously you had a rough time getting that turbo. If you had gotten the turbo the first try, what would you have gone for? Because I imagine that changed a bit of the route.
Kinda. I kind of just kept doing my thing because, I'm never doing turbo ever again. I don't know what's wrong with me in turbo, but I failed it like twice in a match and lost me like so much time. But I think I'm not too sure. I wanted to do. I think I just did what I was gonna do anyways. I think I just lost a lot of time and got sniped quite a few times. Like 45 blues, I just kind of stopped going for blues because I just assumed I was gonna be behind. Also get sniped. Oh, like the 3 and 4 and like the 2 and 5 and all that. Like I was trying to get those goals, and I just lost so much time that it just wasn't worth it. I should have just done other things. I think I just did too many like long goals at the beginning and just lost like setup progress for the end game. So
Yeah, the 100 coins early was surprising to me. 200 coins in the first 35
Yeah,
minutes. I was like, whoa.
yeah, ambitious for sure. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. It
Yeah,
also
we
told
kind
me
of
where you were pretty clearly, so I could.
Yeah,
I like knew where you were when you were clicking off those things.
yeah.
So
Yeah,
you
I
did
think
turbo over the wall, like rocketing up over?
Yeah, and then I missed it twice, so I had to wait like however long it takes for it to respawn twice.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it was
Um,
brutal.
if you what was the last episode you completed in Bianco?
I did. I don't think I did 4. I think I did
Okay,
Turbo, and then I did 3, and then I left.
got it.
I'm
Makes
pretty
sense.
sure. Yeah.
yeah, and I think if you watch this back, Romano and I were talking, and I think if you had gone for if you'd gone for Rico 3 and not done the hundreds,
Hmm.
I think you still had a pretty good shot at winning 3 from 4 and 2 from 5.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
definitely slowing down for get like other goals like blue stuff. So I think I definitely I wasn't going that fast in terms of level progression. I was kind of one of my biggest mistake, my biggest regret was I did 16 pin of blues in episode 1 and then went into the beach and got 7 beach blues. It's like what am I doing? And then I did pin of 3 and during the whole red coin collection walked by like 4 blues I got in episode 1. So that was I hate when I do stuff like that, especially when I know it's uncontested. Because you were clicking like Rico hundreds when I was doing
Yeah.
Pinna Blues. I just need to grab a couple and then go on and get the rest in 2 and 3. I don't know.
Yeah, I was gonna ask if you thought Pinna was contested when you entered.
No,
Yeah, I
Okay.
didn't enter Pinna once.
Yeah,
no,
we
I did
thought.
not think it was contested at all.
Yeah, we thought there was a chance just because potentially May with Bianco hundreds and um, Turbo, maybe May had gotten some fast shines.
Yeah, actually, now that I think back, I think it was on my mind that I needed to click 16 Pinna Blues fast just in case it was a Bianco to Pinna. But I think when I was doing 16 Pinna Blues, I saw 2 rockets get clicked, and I was like, okay, no, Pinna, like, I was like 5 blue coins into Pinna, and I saw 2 rockets. I was like, okay, I should have at that moment thought, let's just do Mecha Bowser and then get baskets in 2 and get the rest in 3. I should have done that, but I didn't. I knew Pinna was uncontested at that point, and I just kept getting blues, and then I ended up with 24 Pinna blues, and that's a little silly.
Yeah, were you worried at all at the start that Pianta 3 might be contested?
Oh yeah, because I didn't realize it until I was fighting the plant on the airstrip, but I had been holding a direction on my controller when I reset the console after practicing. And so at first I had terrible movement getting to flood, and I was like, wow, maybe I should warm up next time. And then I failed side flipping to get over to the plant, and I was like, is this the right controller? I was like, is this not my controller? And I'm like, yes it is. And then I start just holding down R to walk to shoot the plant on the airstrip, and I'm just walking past it, and I'm like, oh my god. So I'm like, okay, I'll just spray it until it wakes up, and then quick hold XL or XY start or unplug or something. But I could not wake the plant up because Mario was flying across the airstrip. So after that, something else happened on the way to Pianta. I think I fell twice trying to get up Pianta early. And that's when I decided to start getting M's in Pianta. I was like, if I get Pianta 3 damageless, it's because it's uncontested. I was like, I'm just going to get blues in Pianta, get progress towards pipes, get progress towards Pianta Shadow Mario. I was like, rushing Pianta 3 damageless when I'm so far behind is just stupid. So at that point, I started taking it easy on not rushing Pianta 3 damageless. Just because I lost 2 minutes getting into Pianta.
Yeah, getting those M graffiti blues definitely helped. When you clicked 17, May was going for them in Rico. I don't know if May would have caught
Yeah,
up.
I think I had like 12 or 13 M's at the time.
Well, I delay clicked M's by a good 2 or 3 minutes. Also, I had my 17th M before finishing Rico 1, and then I did Rico 2, and I did Rico 3, and then I did Pinna 1, and then I finally clicked it. So I delay clicked it by 3 shines. I felt like there's no way I felt like the only way you have 17 M's is if you go Rico, and when I saw you click off like late Bianco stuff, I was like, yeah, I'm not gonna tell you I've been to Rico. I didn't want to like give you that
Mhm.
information until I felt like you were in Rico, and I clicked it off during Mecha Bowser because I was like, no, it's because you clicked 2 rockets. You clicked 2 rockets, and I'm like, okay, that's Rico. You've got to have M's by now. I should just get this locked in. I was really worried because I delay clicked several goals by like 5 minutes. And I was at certain points I was like sweating if I was gonna get sniped just because I'm holding on to them for too long. But at a certain point I stopped delay clicking at all because I felt ahead and I felt like it doesn't matter if you know where I am at a certain point. Like once
Yeah.
I got into Serena, I delay clicked Ride Yoshi in 2 worlds until I was done with Serena 1, just in case you would go into Serena 1 and be like, oh, you have Yoshi, you've got Serena access. But I didn't delay click 9 Serena Blues. I clicked that instantly, and I didn't delay anything else the whole run. I was like, don't think it matters anymore. I think that's all my thoughts about what I did. I wish I had done Pinna Blues more efficiently, and in general, I sacrificed a lot for Blues. Like, I probably got too many Blues too quickly at the early game. Probably should have lost things like 3 from 4 and 2 from 5, but I mean, I guess it worked out in the end. I had
Yeah,
6 birds. Oh, I had Serena 4 hidden at the end. It's just that would be my 14th click, so there was no point in that. I felt okay at the end. Like I had 6 shines in one world and a bunch in another, 4 in another. I had Serena 4 hidden, done. Multiple secrets. I had 6 birds, 3 in Pianta. Yeah.
Yeah, you were ahead at the end to almost
Little bit.
every goal point.
That's
Yeah,
why I
I
felt
wasn't too sure
comfortable
what I was
getting
doing in
blues.
my end game. I was just like running around trying to figure out what to do, and I couldn't really put my finger on it. Like I went to
Yeah,
gelato for some reason. I think that lost me a lot of time, like in the mid game.
yeah.
And then you clicked 2 from 5 and 3 from 4, and I was just like, I don't know what to do anymore. I went to Pianta, did Pianta 1, and then Piantissimo, and I was like, I don't know what I'm doing right now.
Yeah.
I was just so lost at the end. So
And
yeah,
it's
you were
really
definitely
hard when
way more
you're
set up than I was for the end game.
it's hard when you're behind and not set up. It's like
Yeah.
it just sucks. You just sit there for 20 minutes and like, okay, can my opponent click some goals and win now? I don't want to do this
Yeah.
anymore. I think what I meant to say is I was close to a lot of goals, and that's why I felt comfortable slowing down and getting blues. I didn't care if I lost 2 from 5 and 3 from 4 because I felt like I had progress towards other things. I guess that's what I mean.
Hmm.
I think that's all the questions I had. So congrats on the win, Zale, and yeah, GG's.
Thank you.
And
GG.
we'll be back in about 15 minutes, I think, with Lego versus Jukatox in Invasion. So stay tuned for the next match.
All right, thanks for commentary.
Yeah, thanks for the comms.